Yeah, I started it.
Alex, I gotta be real with you.
What?
As the 6th podcast episode is a special occasion. I thought I'd get you a present. It's called I Hate My Life and I Want Death.
He gave me sweethearts, and it says true love on them. Why do you have
no
this?
one fucking likes sweetheart. I got a box. Right? I didn't buy it. I found one, and I was like,
Sure.
"Who the fuck?"
Where'd you find it?
In my house.
Oh, the way you said it was like you found it on the street.
I found it in a fucking gutter. Picked it up and was like, "You know who needs this? Fucking Alex." No, I saw it and I was like, "I don't want to eat this." And I was like, "Literally
you
anybody
give
in
it
my
to
house?
me?
Do you want to eat this?" They're like, "No." I'm like, "How is this a successful business?"
So this is a special podcast for 2 reasons.
One, all of our podcasts are dead now and gone into
Yeah.
the abyss.
Well, no, shut up. That's the first announcement. And I'm gonna make another like recording and put this up with this. So that
I think we
if
should start
people don't-
editing.
No, shut up. So that
I
people
will.
don't shut up. Shut your fucking mouth. I'm gonna put up another like thing called announcement so that people don't have to like listen to this one because why would they?
Well,
But I'm gonna. Oh shit! I dropped something.
can you give me the?
But I'm gonna start uploading these to YouTube as well as SoundCloud because SoundCloud, unless you pay for a membership, deletes your post after a while, and that's fucking annoying. So I'm gonna
That's
start
hilarious.
backlogging them on
YouTube.
so that if people want to watch from the beginning, they can. And if they want to just watch weekly, I'm still gonna put them on SoundCloud so you can like listen to it. And etc. And second reason is a special fucking episode or some other bullshit. Joe got his brains on tonight. Joe got his brains.
They didn't know that about me.
Joe didn't. You didn't know that we were little baby boys and one of us
Except
still
the
had
last
braces.
episode when we were walking around high school.
That's a good point. We could have just been creeps.
Well,
we also
knew
talked.
tons of
Yeah,
high
we
school
also
things.
talked to a lot of high
Well,
schoolers. We could still have just been creeps.
We give those guys.
What?
What the fuck is this?
What is what?
The mason jar full of candy.
That is from a Sweet 16 of our friend who I...
Holy shit, I remember this
Yes.
now. Mine's just as dusty.
Yeah? I've never... What? Yeah, that's about right. I've never opened it.
Yeah, no one has.
We got yelled at. I don't
Look.
know if I could hear that.
Sometimes we...
Sometimes we
Look,
get
we
yelled
gave
at.
6-6 his eulogy and he's still here.
Yeah, I never
Call
threw
back
him
to
out
episode
because his
3.
body's so
Or whatever the
cool.
hell it was. Is it though?
He's so cool that I just never threw him out. Also, I spent $20 on a little toy.
Is that
to help
fucking
me.
Zelda?
Yeah, a little toy that will help me in Zelda Breath of the Wild, even though I finished it. And I bought it after I finished it.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh my lord.
What are you gonna do?
My lord.
What are you gonna do?
My lord. Dude,
I
I never got those fucking amiibos.
No?
I have a Wii U, but...
They all do stuff.
Yeah, but like... I don't know.
In specific games, I guess.
Yeah.
They're all like meant for Smash
Wait, but
Bros.
I'm
fuck
a
that.
slam that ass on that game.
What?
Legend of Zelda, the new one. Breath of the Wild.
What do you want?
Breath of the Wild.
What about Breath of the
And
Wild?
so that makes the game easier. That
Well,
little
yeah.
squibbly
Well, I
bit.
think this one gives you like a new horse saddle.
Well,
which
that's
is-
all I'd ever want.
Which is only aesthetic. So.
Well.
Wait, I'm gonna turn on this. I'm not gonna turn on the game. That's a waste of time.
Yeah. We're fine.
Yeah, we're fine. But I was thinking about like,
What are you
just,
thinking
since
about?
I'm putting these on YouTube now, I was like, should we just have video also? Because I'd let you edit the video. If like
That's
we
what I'm saying.
pulled up a trailer, I would totally be like, yeah, you could fucking
Yeah.
get
I
that.
could also like pull up a picture of L Sweethearts
But
when I gave them to you.
when you sat down in your chair, like you leaned all the way back to the side, and I was gonna record it on my computer, so I was like, not worth asking the question of hey, you want to move in?
Yeah.
Not hey, you want to move in.
Hey you.
Hey, you want to like move
Hey,
into
hey.
frame of the camera that doesn't
Hey,
doesn't
hey,
exist.
you,
I don't think
you.
people know that we're the cheapest motherfuckers. I'm recording this
They
on
get
my
it.
phone
They hear the audio
on the
quality.
voice memo app, and I would have recorded the video on my laptop with the camera app,
LabTube.
and then I would have just put it all in Movie Maker, which is free.
And then again, I could edit that shit. But
And
like,
sure,
yeah.
you could have. You want to start doing video next time? Then
Well, the thing is now, if
what?
we SoundCloud it, we have to edit out just another file. This is technical stuff. This is boring for the podcast.
We don't have to edit the sound. Is my point.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can't upload a video to SoundCloud, so we have to make it into two
What?
separate. It would just be. We don't want to
You just
talk about
upload
podcasts.
this. What?
I don't want to talk about podcasts.
Do you have any topics, Joe, that you have been dying to talk about?
Well,
we just watched the trailer for Despicable Me 2, and Joe had the most empty look on his face the whole time.
I don't...
Despicable Me 3, excuse me.
Despicable Me, but the E's backwards.
Yeah, so it's 3.
Yeah.
I would watch it. I like it. I like Despicable Me. It's funny.
Look.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
This is what a lot of pretentious YouTubers have been calling the acceptance of mediocre television. Or okay.
Well, it's a kid's movie.
Okay,
it's different.
TV. Yeah, but fuck kids, things aren't good. I think that people are always like, well, it's a kid's movie, it doesn't have to be... It's a kid's movie, it doesn't have to be good. And they're like, well, that's not what I want my kids' movies.
It's good enough for a kid's movie, I think.
What the fuck does that mean? I remember being a kid and wanting good television, too.
Yeah, but Danny Phantom isn't
good, and I would watch it now, it's still good.
Danny Phantom's good, but when you're watching it, you're like, this is a kid's show.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's different. That's 100% different.
Fucking Despicable Me is good.
Not that.
Well, the Minions are garbage. The Minions are garbage, and everyone knows it. But Despicable Me was like, oh, this is a sweet movie, and it's pretty interesting. And funny.
Or the first one was a cool idea.
Yeah. They shouldn't have made 2. 2 is garbage. I admit 2 is garbage.
Or the first one was a good idea, and a bunch of executives are sitting in a room and like, how can we
like the rap in every fucking movie. They put rap in every Despicable Me movie for no reason.
That's like the theme.
Is it? I guess. Like
genre.
The color scheme.
Maybe. I don't know.
I like the characters.
Look, I think that what happened was a bunch of people were sitting in the room and they're like, why do people like Disney movies? And they're like, well, you get sad.
Yeah. Well, no, that's Pixar. Disney, you don't get sad.
Whatever.
You ever seen a Disney movie? I'm like, wow.
You ever watched The Lion King?
Didn't cry. It was like good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Scar deserved to live. Scar deserved to rule.
Well, that's not what God ordained, okay? I hope you know that's the message of the fucking Lion King.
What?
It's Macbeth. Not Macbeth, Hamlet. And the point of Hamlet is that his uncle can't be king because God wanted him to be king.
What?
Dude, you even fucking looked about, like, predestination and all that shit.
No.
Yeah, whatever. But that's the... And the thing is, that's, like, the weirdest, least, like thematically... Like, when we read Shakespeare in the modern day, we're like, okay, that's a good value. And then fucking Hamlet's the one we're like, okay, maybe not. Maybe we don't do that one. And then they were like, what if we made a Disney movie based on that, but with lions?
You ever read Sandman, the comic?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's called Sandman.
It is the Sandman. I believe. I have not read it.
Or is it?
But I've heard
what's
of it.
Saga?
Saga?
Is Saga the...
It's a new thing. It's like a...
Oh, Saga's different?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
whatever.
Like recent.
Point is, Shakespeare is a character in Sandman.
Oh, yes. I have seen that.
Yeah.
Nerd
I read one of them.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting that he was, like, depressed all the time and, like, not focused.
You think fucking Shakespeare wasn't depressed?
That's a good...
You haven't been reading Shakespeare.
That's a good point. Oh, Shakespeare. What the fuck? I read a thing about, like, how Shakespeare totally didn't look like the fucking eccentric idiot that people think he did. Because that picture of Shakespeare with the side,
with the
whatever.
fublub?
Yeah, with the fublub and the stupid clothes. Came from someone who lived in, like, Ireland and never went and met Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
So we have no idea what Shakespeare looks like.
That's fine. We don't know what fucking Genghis Khan looks like or anything like that. Most people, we don't know what they look like. Unless they're like Charlemagne, where they got like 18 portraits of themselves because they're like a dickbag like that.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, wait, so I brought this up when we were watching the trailer for Despicable Me, and Joe thought it was really weird.
Yeah.
But I really like stories where someone takes on the role of a father figure for, like, a girl or whatever.
Period. End of sentence.
No, not end of sentence. But they specifically are criminals and teach the child to criminal. Mm-hmm. And I think it's really cute.
That's the opposite story of Despicable Me, is what I pointed out directly after that. Because it's actually just a bad bitch, right?
Yeah.
A.k.a. the Gru.
Yeah,
right? And
bad bitch.
And he's cajoled into adopting... I don't remember how this happens.
Well,
he adopts three small girls. Okay, fine. What?
So, the bad guy, I forget his name, but he was a nerd.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's fucking a nerd.
Because fuck nerds.
Yeah,
just punch
the
them in
nerd
the face.
stole the shrink ray that Gru wanted and kept it in his castle. And he was like, I'm going to steal that shrink ray. And he couldn't.
He needed those
and then
girls.
and then the girls, like, knocked on his door after he was, like, fucking eaten by a shark. And they were like, we have cookies or some bullshit.
That's what orphanages do.
That's what orphanages do. And he was like, oh, come right in. steal my shrink ray. Ooh, damn. And so he was like, yes, this is the plan.
Yeah.
Adopt people.
Yeah.
Adopt
what
human
fuck
lives.
ever, man. Dude,
into your life.
that's the aspect where I'm like, it's a kid's show, a kid's movie. When it's like something dumb like that is the conclusion they come to.
Yeah.
That's fine. But then what happens is they're just like, well, we can do the clear tropes of
Right.
El Girl, okay, or of the three. You can watch this in fucking Penguins.
Yeah.
In any fucking kids movie, TV show, fucking whatever.
Yeah.
There's 3 characters, all the same gender, all buddies, all usually related by blood.
Okay.
Okay. There's the leader,
Okay.
the oldest one. Always they
No,
usually have
incorrect.
glasses. What?
Fucking Carly Rae Jepsen is not the leader.
What are you talking
She's
about?
just fucking angsty and boring.
But she's in there are multiple scenes in Despicable Me where she tells
she's
the other
ki-
girls what to do.
Yeah, because she's the oldest sister.
Exactly. But that's the thing is you say
Also, where did their parents go? Because they had
They're
to
dead.
have... Is that...
I'm pretty sure they're dead.
What happened?
They don't say.
That's so morbid. Because
Yeah.
they had 3 little
All,
girls.
all parents, again, they watched the fucking Disney movie and they're like, how can we capitalize on this? And they were
Right.
like, sadness of parent death, so
Yeah.
orphans immediately.
Wait, the penguins have 4. You
yeah,
said the
because
penguins
one of them
have
doesn't
3.
talk, he just throws shut up.
Yeah, that's a good trope.
Yeah, that's their original idea.
Yeah, that's a good trope. That's in We Bear Bears, there's a character like that.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Mostly, that guy's niche would usually be a backpack. And they were like, what if the backpack was alive?
Yeah.
Wait, but there are 3 characters. There's the fucking...
Yeah.
There's the leader. Then there's the middleman, which is like...
The middle one.
The middleman, which is just used to fill space that the youngest one looks younger.
Yeah.
And then the younger one that only says cute shit. The reason that... And even fucking... Over the Garden Wall uses this thing. They just cut out the middleman.
That's a good point.
Because the middleman is the most stupid of the
what
3.
about the bird?
The burb?
The burb. What's
The
her
bird
name?
fulfills the
leader?
No, she's
Yeah.
the plot.
No, the bird is totally the leader of the group. And then the frog is the backpack.
Dude!
Yeah! It's the same whatever.
It is the 4.
That's
yeah.
not a kid's show, though. I would not consider that.
Wait, but the thing is, that is. I would watch that if I was a kid. Why is that not a kid show? There's
Because
nothing
it's
violent.
so
There's nothing
fucking
fucking
morbid.
sexual.
Dude, it's so morbid.
Do you ever remember being a kid?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember being a kid and playing fucking Call of Duty?
No.
Where you shot people in the face. You never
I
played
never-
Call of Duty.
No,
Dude,
I was
okay.
a Yoshi boy.
Okay, that's because you're a nerd.
Yeah,
But
I
heard-
did play Halo.
Yeah.
I did play Halo. And
Also-
that's shooting.
Have you ever been beat up as a child?
Yeah.
That's morbid as fuck. But that happens. Do you ever being a kid and being like, I wish people just didn't tell me things. I wish everyone just kept things from me so that I can experience them eventually and not be prepared for them.
What? I mean, I never had that thought. But I probably wasn't like, I wonder what death is like.
No, the thing is, because obviously no one fucking wonders what death is. I mean, people wonder what death is like and are concerned about it. But no one's like...
I agree with
this-
you that kids' television should be smart and, like, have a point.
Yeah.
But also, it should be for kids.
Dude, what the fuck does for kids mean?
Like, Steven Universe is a fucking kid show. No matter how many people are like, oh, it's a good show, I'm 20 and I watch
Also,
Steven
but people that are
Universe.
like, you just called my thing, I like a kid's
Yeah.
show, I'm offended now. I'm like,
I like Danny Phantom,
yeah,
that's a kid show.
It's a fucking kid show. Fine, I don't care.
But like, Steven Universe is fine. It's fine. I don't want to get into it. But it's a kid show. It's for kids. It teaches lessons that kids shows teach.
And that
just-
the adults that watch it don't take it
Yeah,
all.
just with enough bullshit where Tumblr can be like, ooh, I choose my gems around my heart. They did a joke.
Yeah.
The most recent episode I watched
Oh yeah. I'm
was
not gonna-
was about Ronaldo, the fucking loser with the blog.
Oh boy.
He wanted to be a crystal gem, and he gave himself his own weapon, and his
OC.
gem was in his blood, so he's called Bloodstone. He
That's
didn't
pretty
actually
dope.
have a gem.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking
Yeah, it was weird.
hard.
It was fucking hardcore.
Dude.
He was an asshole. Anyway. Yeah.
Have you, okay, speaking of fucking OCs and shit, have you found, now I forgot what it's called, there's this website online for people to like, art roleplay online,
Yeah.
but there's no Dungeon Master.
Wait, what?
Okay, basically people play Dungeons & Dragons online, but no rules, no Dungeon Master, just a
bad
bunch of
idea.
people RPing
You ever
as their
told Will
hero.
about? Will should play it.
Oh.
Will's his little brother.
Yeah.
And we play
It's
Dungeons and
just
Dragons
fucking
sometimes.
anarchy. It's the stupid, it's also hilarious.
It's like kids on a playground like, no, I have a magic shield, so...
Yeah, I spent maybe 2 hours yesterday following the story and plot and posts of this guy named Gallandor.
Gallandor, that's cool.
Yeah, 100% hilarious. It's just, no. My least favorite thing is I've noticed is that, actually this is my most favorite thing, everyone's there to bone. Everyone is on this website to bone.
Like digitally or real life?
Yeah, digital bone. Because there's no way this is going to come to anything. But literally all of them only quest with members of the opposite gender or the same gender if they're interested in that gender. Right? And then it always escalates. Like they save the other person and then
they smooch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every fucking time.
Yeah.
Like,
that's disappointing. I want a good buddy cop film.
They would
in
never.
That stupid
They would
world.
never.
Why not? I'll do it. Let's go on together.
Speaking of roleplay, did you ever online roleplay?
I haven't. I've read it. I've read some, but I've never done it.
I remember when I was in the 8th grade, I did a role playing thing for superheroes. It was like the DC Batman family. Usually it was the role playing thing. I did bone.
You boned? Who were you?
Not real bone. I was Tim.
You were. You were fucking Red Robin.
Red Ribbon. And
was it Robin then or Red Robin?
What?
Was he Robin then?
No, he was Red Robin.
He was
Tim Drake was. I mean, Damien was just started being a thing.
Yeah, oh, cool. Okay, anyway, fucking nerd shit.
Yeah, so I did that. But the thing is, I joined like the Justice League, the Young Justice, or we Teen Titans, whatever we called ourselves, and I had a buddy dude friend, and that was my favorite part of the whole thing. Yeah, me and Kid Flash were buddy dude friends, and it was the fucking bomb. That's rad.
Dude, I'd fucking do the shit out of that.
And I was young.
I would do the shit out of Kid Flash. I would do. Well,
who wouldn't do
that? I mean, if he was like, I'm Kid Flash, and I'll have sex with you. I'd be like, I mean, I don't think I
can handle the speed. I don't think I can handle the pure velocity.
Be over quick. You know what I mean? Fastest man alive.
I don't think literally any of that is possible.
Wally West is the fastest man alive.
Wally Woost.
Yeah, Wally Rotwurst.
Why is he West? Like a lot of superheroes, early superheroes especially, have like their name, and villains more often have their names as like puns.
Well, it's not puns; it's alliteration.
Well, yeah, Wally West.
It's memorable. Clark Kent. Yeah. Peter Parker. Bruce Wayne. I was about to say Bruce Wayne.
You know, the alliteration.
Bruce Wayne. Barry Allen isn't weirdly.
No, because he's not Golden Age.
You think it's just Golden Age?
What's his face? The guy that was before him probably has alliteration, but he doesn't.
Who?
He doesn't at all.
Jake Eric. Jake Eric does not have alliteration. This is fucking nerd
and then, what about the first fucking Green Lantern?
I don't know his name. No one knows his name. I think I have a comic with him in it, but I'm not gonna fucking look for that.
Oh wait, but bruh, I forgot to tell you about the coolest part of our little Bat family online when I was role playing.
Yeah.
I was like 8th grade, right?
Sure.
And I don't remember how old this guy was, but he was like significantly older than the rest of the players, and he was the Batman.
Oh, that's funny.
And my favorite part was every day when I would wake up and message him and be like, "Is there a mission?"
Yeah.
And then we'd do some fucking dumbass roleplay mission. Yeah. And I'm like, "There's this fucking 16-year-old or 17-year-old dude." Like, not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Just messaging a bunch of 8th graders all day.
That's not that old. It's not creepy.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what he does.
He's a weirdo.
It was fun, and I love that. And honestly, I would give him a big whole hug if I ever met him again.
Right. He had his own cell phone. Mommy didn't take it away at dinner time.
Yeah. Exactly. And dude, it was good.
Dude, let's go find one. Let's go find one.
No, because the thing is, now I wouldn't like it because it's a horrible writing. Yeah. Because like you're describing what you're doing back and forth.
Right.
And it's just also
that's what
fuck anyone that did that and made an OC.
Yeah.
Because there would be constantly people that'd be like, "I'm a Green Lantern. Fuck you. Pick one of the Green Lanterns and be them."
That's not that bad.
Well, yeah, because that was like
that's an established thing. It's not like he was like, "I'm Darkstar, Lord of the."
There were those. Definitely those guys. They were
I don't want to be in
but then
the
problem
League
was because
I have problems with people accepting me in school. Anyway.
Because the way that it was on Instagram, so you had to make a post every once in a while.
Make my guy Darkstar.
You had to use drawings. So for all your characters, so you had to if you
you had to be artistic.
Yeah, exactly, but they weren't. And so if you made an OC, your drawings were garbage.
Yeah.
And then it was just the most humiliating thing for everyone involved. Because then no one wanted to like respond to your RP requests and stuff like that because you're the goddamn nerd with the OC.
Yeah.
And then you just sit, wallow, and wail in peace, and then your character ends up becoming the solo guy that just has like miles and miles of self role playing where you set up your own villains.
That's sad.
Yeah, and then that just I remember reading but there were guys that did it on purpose though. And they were writing good literature to be honest. And then
that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
And then if sometimes they would do stuff like the Batman guy that I followed, he didn't like interact with people that often. And it was like a more formal thing. You had to like request with him beforehand to like see if you could get involved in his story, and I'll mention you, and then he'd tag your account, but basically tell you everything you did. Yeah. Because I guess he was just a cool fucking guy.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, but like it was cool if you got involved in the Batman, because he has like good stories and well-developed plots and shit. And so you'd be involved.
I have a question, and this is I thought of this question before the podcast, and this is actually a good transition.
Okay, I'm ready.
Who do you think is the worst, most evilest comic book villain, and why? Like,
I have a follow-up question to that after you say it. My worst and most evil are two different things, I'd say.
No, most evil.
Most evil.
Like, or scary.
Most
evil. Because I have my answer. If you need to think about it.
Mine's not Galactus. I was thinking Galactus immediately, but like he's just eating.
Yeah. He's just like, it's 12 a.m. I'm hungry. Gotta get pizza.
I would say.
Get pizza, Silver Surfer.
I'm throwing out a fastball here. It's General Zod.
Why is General Zod the scariest? Or the most evil.
He's the most evil because he has a general lack of empathy for all of his enemies.
He's the most evil villain?
Well, no, because the way he prospers is by bringing other people down. And that's just the way his existence is oriented around. You know what I mean? Well, he wants to destroy Earth to create... I forget what the planet's called again.
Krypton?
Krypton.
Nice.
Yeah. Once again. That's his MO.
Right.
And in just general lack of empathy. Like, even Lex Luthor... All of Superman's villains have an empathy problem. Yeah. Even Lex Luthor, who lacks empathy with Superman, kind of does it as like a pride in his own race.
Yeah, like he wants to protect humanity. Lex Luthor's a good dude.
He's compelling.
My answer is the Purple Man from Jessica Jones. I think, not just because of watching Jessica Jones, that concept fucking terrifies me.
He's the most scary. I don't think he's the most evil, though.
No, because he's in love, probably.
Yeah. And he just is conflicted and has these abilities that no man should ever have.
Yeah. But I think he's the scariest possible villain because of like not losing control.
Yeah, he's the scariest, probably.
So who do you think you agree that he's the scariest?
He's the scariest, not the most evil. I still go with my MO.
I wouldn't.
My main man, General
I think probably the most evil. Shit, who could even be the most evil? I don't know.
The thing is, I would want to say stuff like people would go to quickly the Joker as being the most evil, but I don't think he is because he's just nuts. He's not like he has no game.
He just wants to prove a point.
And I've never liked the Joker. We can get into that if you want to get into that.
I like The Dark Knight Rises. Is a good movie.
Sure. Yeah.
This is a good villain.
Yeah, it was a good movie because it had something to use the Joker for.
Yeah.
And it was like kind of a talk.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a dialogue with the viewer. And
I think Bane from The Dark Knight Returns is the most evil. I think Bane is the most evil. You didn't have to do that close.
I just wanted them to hear my side. I wanted to make sure they knew.
Oh, God.
How long into this are we so far?
I don't know. We're 22 minutes in. We're halfway.
Okay.
Are
we just gonna talk about nerd shit the rest of this podcast? I think this episode's gonna be nerd shit.
You think that's what's
exclamation mark?
I think it's gonna be called Alex forgot to upload the last podcast.
Nah.
Just completely forgot to upload
They'll see the
we recorded it.
Well, we could have lied and said that it was like the problems we've been having with SoundCloud were concerning us, and so we didn't want to. Yeah.
But I'm not a scoundrel like you.
I mean, I'm just saying that we could
have an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
we could lie to our people.
Who's listening to lie?
Well,
who's listening?
They're out there.
I think if we,
they will. I think it's this future audience we'll have.
Yeah.
That like I think in 20 years, no one listens to this podcast after we. No, the thing is, no one listens to this podcast now. But 20 years later, there's gonna be guys that are gonna be like, oh fuck, remember when we used to go on YouTube?
Yeah.
Remember when we were kids? Let's go back. Like, it's like gonna be a revival movement, like with the fucking vinyls and stuff. And they're gonna find it and they're like, God, this is like the good old days. And then they're gonna listen to this podcast over and over again.
Right.
And those guys right now are freaking out that I just called them. They're listening and they're going, fucking George, I swear to God.
If their name is George, it's even better. I think once we post on YouTube, it'll be fine. It'll have at least
It'll be immortalized in the
It'll be
internet.
like one consistent dude.
Dude, you
right?
know what fucks me over sometimes?
What fucks you?
The internet
I
could
fucks
just
you, but-
go away.
What?
The internet could just go away.
What?
All things on the internet
Well, no.
can just go away.
Well, no.
What if we're okay? Thing is,
Because you can
humanity.
just get it
wait,
back
is this
eventually.
a fucking meteor or some ginormous garbage
Why are you
slams
talking in a
into the?
southern accent?
Am I?
A little.
Maybe. But if something fucking destroys Earth and humanity,
Sure.
all of our
Heard of it?
electronics go into disarray, right?
Right.
And then the internet.
Like Revolution, the show that was good for one season.
Did you watch it?
Yes, I didn't finish it.
Just even the fucking zombie apocalypse, right?
Yeah, whatever.
The internet goes out and humanity's gone with it. Some alien
Yeah.
race comes to the Earth and they think, oh, society must have ended in 1942 because everything else from that moment on is just fucking
That's a
gone.
good point. Well, no,
Except for cars.
robot legs.
And this
Robot
weird
arms.
sculptures that they have, like fucking that would okay. There's
Yeah.
this sculpture or like little man thing of Gerald Rivia in
Yeah.
Alex's room,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, "What is this link to? What is this from? There's no text on this. There's just-
There is text on the Witcher show.
oh, there's the books.
Yeah.
but like fucking anything.
This, The Last of Us.
Metal
thing.
Gear Solid.
Yeah, oh, that's gone forever.
Uh-huh.
That's gone now. No one's gonna remember it in 2 years, I guarantee you. At least Metal Gear Solid.
No,
5.
they'll force a fucking hard shit out of that one in a couple decades.
What do you mean?
Like
no, they're done.
You say
That was
that.
the last
You know what
one.
else they were done with?
What?
The Wolverine. And then they're
No.
undone with it.
No.
After X-Men Origins, they were like, well, maybe we shouldn't make one-offs.
No. Yeah, well, that was a bad movie, and they were like, we could try. And then they made Deadpool, and they're like, fuck!
Yeah, but then they made
Fuck!
the Wolverine.
Yeah, also.
Have you seen the Wolverine?
Yes, I've seen The Wolverine. I've seen The Wolverine, and at the time, I was like, this is a good movie, because I watched it right after watching Man of Steel. And
Oh,
my
so it's a
standards were
perspective
real
thing.
low. Oh, yeah.
No, I remember when I first watched Man of Steel. When did Man of Steel come out?
2012?
Yeah, so I was a fucking 12-year-old. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I loved that movie. I didn't love that movie. I
No.
thought it was okay, and I
Don't
didn't
do
hate
this
it.
to me.
Right? No.
Don't.
So I didn't hate it, and
I hated
I
it
went on
immediately.
for like 3 years, never watching it again.
Yeah, and then you watched it again.
And then I watched it again when I got into an argument with somebody. I was like, that movie wasn't bad. And then they were like, dude, it was fucking garbage. And I was
Yeah.
like, just no.
Was this argument with me? It might have been.
It might have been.
Who else do you talk to?
Yeah, but so I was like, dude, this movie's not bad. I fucking remember it. It's fine. It's like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer, a fucking classic.
Was that good? I never saw it.
No, dude, I remember I bought that shit on fucking, on demand when I was with me and my brother. We were home alone. We were like,
Yeah.
we're gonna watch fucking Abraham. It's again, I was like 12. Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Slayer. This is gonna be epic.
Yeah.
We put it in. We get an hour and 25 minutes into the convoluted ass plot that was the fucking Abraham
just a
Lincoln.
convoluted
Wait,
title.
it never gets to him being president. It
What?
never gets to anything that Abraham Lincoln actually did. Is
What?
his name just Abraham? I think they call him Abe throughout the whole movie, and he just hunts
Yeah.
vampires. That's literally it.
wait.
There's no link to Abraham Lincoln as the political
Literally
figure.
at all?
None.
Well, did you finish the movie?
No, because what happened was
Well,
halfway
then
through
you
the
don't know.
What happened was halfway through the movie, it just like you know how
Yeah.
they scratch CD and it just stops, but we bought it on demand. But it got to that point, I guess.
Right.
So the internet CD stopped.
Right.
And never finished.
Maybe the way it links to him being Abraham Lincoln is like
The Southerners.
the
in
Southerners
CSA were
are
the
all
vampires.
vampires
Well, maybe.
and they're using slaves as blood. I don't know.
That makes sense.
Right?
That would be fun.
That would be fine.
I think that would be...
Wait, I wanted to say
Too
something
much.
about Man of Steel.
Oh, let's get into that.
So, I watched it. I wasn't excited for it. Even then, I was like, this is gonna be stupid. Zack Snyder's stupid. I saw the 300 with my dad, which he fucking loves, and I was like, whatever. I wouldn't
Never seen
watch
it.
another
Probably
movie
should've.
by this guy.
Yeah.
And then fucking Man of Steel came out, and I was like, I don't want to see this, Dad. And he was like, we're gonna fucking see it. And then it came out, and we were like, I don't want to see this. and we missed it. We missed Man of Steel when it came out, and then we fucking rented it on demand when it finally came out on demand. So probably like in 2013, and we watched it, and my dad. I think my dad fell asleep, and when it was over, he was awake. When it was over, I was like, "What happened?"
Yeah.
It just felt like too. It literally. I was mad because it felt like I think it was the first time it felt like I literally wasted my time. Like, nothing positive was gained from Man of Steel.
The first movie that I watched and was like, I don't like this. Because most movies I would watch when I was younger.
And I was like, this is fine.
This is fine. And I didn't have like a general opinion. But the first movie I watched, and I was like, ugh. I remember being my fifth rewatch of the first Phantom Menace. Because I would watch those movies all the time when I was a fucking kid, when I was little, because that's what they did. And then I remember I watched it one time and I was like, why? Why is
mine was
one
for
here?
2 because my brother Jason, passionately loved 2, so I was like, I have to hate it. I have to hate it forever.
Oh, well, there it is.
Yeah, episode 2. But I still stand by the fact 3 came out when I was conscious.
Oh, yeah, me too. I remember seeing it in theaters.
Yeah, same. I remember seeing it in Blockbuster, like, it's on DVD now. I was like, I stand by the fact that 3 wasn't awful. It was fun. It wasn't fucking A New Hope, obviously.
It wasn't
but it wasn't like
it wasn't bad.
2. No, I'd watch it now.
Yeah.
I'd probably laugh at a lot of
There are some dumb lines.
Yeah.
Like, but Ewan McGregor made that movie fine.
Yeah. Ewan McGregor's
He drove that like a fucking cattle train.
Except for the General Grievous scenes, which I fucking
That's so
skip,
funny.
Which I skip. And then he's like, oh, I hate guns, and he throws it.
What if, something I was thinking about is since General Grievous, also you could do this with literally anybody, but since General Grievous isn't alive and they don't value his life as Jedi and they can kill him.
Yeah.
Why don't you just use the Force to rip open his ribs and then just dismantle him?
Is that not what they did?
No, he shoots him with the fucking gun.
No, but how did he get the ribs open?
He actually used
his hands?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
He has a telepathic ability.
There are so many things that like this
that's strong enough to risk to lift a spaceship out of a swamp.
Yeah.
And he's gonna bruise his old fingies. Okay. That was all.
I think like, when I'm always watching like Harry Potter or Star Wars, I'm like, there's so many things because you've set limitless fucking power to your characters that you could do right now that they're not doing, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, also something I've noticed, does fucking
what?
The girl from the new one,
Rey?
Rey, does she ever use like the Force or she just uses the sword?
No, she uses the Force. She pulls it towards her. Kylo fucking punches Finn in the face, and he goes down. And then he drops the Luke Skywalker, and Kylo's like, "It's mine now!" And he like forces it, and it shakes, and he's like, he goes to grab it, and it zooms right past him, and Rey dude, Force Awakens is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Dude, it's pretty good. Rogue One, everybody hated.
I thought it was fucking
I thought it was good. Because they were like, it was boring. No. So
what happened was my dad, who's a stickler for old movies, even though he was like, he hates his old people, he's now become them. He's become what he hated. But like he'll watch
more stabbings.
Except more stabbings. And he'll watch a movie like now. He watched Rogue One when he came out, and everyone was like, "Oh, all my family was like, that was pretty good. I enjoyed that." And he was like, "No, I didn't like it at all."
Oh my god!
And he's like, "The characters were unmemorable."
I remember
what about the robot
character.
guy? What about the robot guy? That robot guy was good. He's like, maybe that guy. That guy's fine.
I've heard your dad talk, and I hope he actually went to this voice. We should have a dad episode where we bring on our dads.
And they just do it together. They would hate. I'd hate that.
Oh,
they would not. My dad's not funny. My dad's not. Okay, like
my dad's funny in doses.
Your dad can make the cool quips. He's like Mr. Dominguez, my math teacher, where the kids will set up a joke and he'll just slam it. Yes, and it's so funny every time.
So, you ever hung out with theater people before?
Well, I would have.
I just finished working on a play for the school, and I was hanging out with theater people for days on end, and so here's the thing that you should never do. Here's the thing you should never, ever, ever in your life do. Insult Harry Potter in front of theater people. Because I was like, why do they use wands for weapons? Like, I get it. Bring a wand around to, like, lift stuff or whatever. It's it's a telephone, probably. I've never seen... I don't know.
It is a telephone.
Yeah, it's a telephone, and it could teleport, whatever. But just buy a gun. What are they gonna do? Laser the gun?
I'm pretty sure
Stop fighting with courage.
I'm pretty sure you can just use like what's it called?
Throw the gun away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
so
it works
carry
on
around.
bullets too. I think it dismantles
It works
the gun.
on bullets. It works on bullets.
It's fucking magic. That's what I'm talking about.
But they shoot lasers out of their stupid fucking wands.
Yeah.
And then they have like a fucking sword fight at a urinal. I'm like, ooh, who's gonna fucking beat out the other one?
Yeah, man.
That's stupid. Just be like, while you're lasering, just be like, and rifle, bang. And then Voldemort's like, what the fuck?
Rifle. Also,
like Voldemort, did they ever try to shoot him? I know he's like, ooh, it's the great big
also,
bad.
Something
he spent a year on the back of a dude's head.
Also, something that happens in the movie is he says whenever he does the Avada Kedavra curse, anytime before, it's just an invisible little thing, and then the thing dies that it's cursed on. Avada Kedavra.
Sure. Yeah, I know.
But then at the very end, the last scene of freaking, the one where the fucking laser dick thing, right? And then they're fighting. He says, and then
that's a perfect.
Yeah, but it's a fucking green stream now.
Yeah. Why? Because fucking.
And it's not just it automatically kills Harry like it did with the fucking spider in episode 3. Episode 3, I don't know, it's like Star Wars.
Whatever.
Like it did with the spider and that fucking weird ass like fairy thing they have to end up killing in the fucking cage or what things in the cage or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, and those things just die.
Yeah.
Keep it aesthetically consistent.
Yeah, I mean that's probably a director's choice, and I don't.
They probably did all the movies have the same director?
I don't fucking know. Dude, they couldn't have. The fucking first
I wish
three were
we had
children's
access
movies.
to some kind of boundless source of information that we could find out literally any question we've ever wanted to know and know the answer to it.
I wish, but, it's the 1740s. Gotta get that gold! I don't know what the gold was.
You haven't looked at Budai, which is Chinese Google. I looked up Jesus Christ on Budai.
Why?
Because the way I found it out was I was playing higher or lower in Italian class.
I'm sure.
And it was like, and you basically have to guess which one was searched more on here. Which has more search results. Or which one's fewer. Right? And so it came up, the first one was Budai and Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even know what Budai is. It has to be Jesus Christ. I clicked Jesus Christ. It was like, wrong! Budai has 2 million search results. Like,
wow.
What the fuck? It was like 20 million, actually. It was like, I was like, what the fuck are people Googling? So I Googled it.
I mean, who's looking up Jesus Christ? Who needs to know?
People, I don't know.
Who's like, I keep hearing this name around.
I guess that's a good point. Who Googles Google?
What?
Who Googles Google?
All grandmas who are like, I need to get to
Maybe that's why only 20 million of the billion.
Yeah, and everyone on fucking Sapphire. Who's like, I'm on Yahoo, so I don't want that.
Yep. Do you ever go on Bing and then fucking click search for Google?
No. Sometimes I do it even when like I'm on Google, right? Because I use Google Chrome, and then I search Bing, and then I click on Bing, and then I search Google just to fucking rub it in.
Can I tell you that there's 2 things that Bing, the most common search requests on Bing are
Google and why?
1, Google, and 2, porn. Just all porn on Bing because no one looks at your search history on Bing.
Oh, really?
Because if someone like comes to your search history, because I was doing an article. People, so apparently the logic that people, this is the thesis. Yeah. This is the thesis is that when like wives are like, I want to know what your search history is, so you can't just delete the whole thing. And some people are too stupid to realize what incognito is, I guess.
Yeah.
And so they go on Bing, and then they don't get their search history checked on Bing.
Yeah.
I guess the idea put forth.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot what was happening.
Dude, Control-Shift-N is like the only Google-specific fucking thing I know, because I remember when I was... Oh, I have a good old story. I think I might have told this one on the podcast before, but we're going to tell it again. I used to go in...
That's good content.
Yeah, I used to go to the computer lab. There was computers in my homeroom in 8th grade.
Yeah.
And it was me and a bunch of my dude friends.
Yeah, we told this.
We did?
Maybe?
I don't know. We'll tell it again because it's relevant afterwards.
Okay.
So, there were computers in there, and there was this guy's... he would always leave his account logged in.
Shout out to Brandon Dwarf. I'm saying his whole fucking name.
Dwarf. Not Dwarf.
Is it not Dwarf?
It's actually Dorfloffer, I believe.
No way.
Shout out to that guy.
Shout out to that guy, because he bullied me.
Dude, where did he go?
I think people, just don't like him anymore.
No, he's just not out of school.
No, he's out of school. I've seen him. I'm just
whatever,
sure
not relevant to this podcast.
Yeah, this is rude. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. You bullied me.
But his account was always open whenever I went on the computers, and so we would always mess with him. And on Google, whenever I do anything, because I was concerned that my search issue would be Control-Shift-N, and then you'd get onto the incognito page.
Sure.
Immediately. And but anyway, so after that, that's how I know the incognito thing. And then what we would do to the computer is just fuck with him and like make documents that was just a penis, right? Yeah. But then one day we came into fucking class in the morning, and this kid Alex, not this Alex obviously, was just sitting there like smirking his ass off, sitting in the seat like And then we're like, "What'd you do, Alex?" And he's like, "We're waiting till everyone gets to the homeroom."
What's in the box?
Yeah, and I was like, "Why are we waiting?" And he's like, "Well, it's very important." And then everyone kind of gathers, all the usual suspects gather around.
I've never heard this full, detailed story.
Well, I've told it like this. Maybe it's his embellishment. We all gather around. We all gather around the computer, and he's like, "Look," and we're like, "What? I don't see anything." And he's like, sits back quietly, and we realize he deleted literally everything in this guy's fucking account.
You want to edit this one? Because I want to bleep his name.
I don't think you'll ever find out about this. It's only 20 years later when George is like, "Brandon Dorfloffer, I remember him. He punched me at a water park one time."
We didn't even say the friend who's Sweet 16 we went to, and that doesn't matter.
Sometimes you gotta protect the innocent.
Fine, whatever. I'm not editing this, is my main point.
I'll edit it. If you want me to beep beep beep, I'll beep beep beep.
To beep beep beep? Nah, it's fine. I'm just gonna post it.
So, I want to point out, have you ever played Payday before, Alex?
Yeah, I own it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I was about to call you a fraud because there's the Payday mask on your wall.
Yeah,
I was like,
that came with
you've ever talked? Also, fucking remember the troll meme?
No.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
This troll meme?
I don't remember anything that's on that wall.
Because
also, you took it off, and now I'm gonna spend 20 minutes putting it back on.
Just fuck it.
Just fuck it.
Into the wall.
Fuck it into the wall.
What are those memes called again?
Memes.
No, like the specifically those memes.
Like the faces?
Yeah.
They all have different names.
Remember the 2010?
No. Just in general?
Dude, I realized that the post-meme culture that we've emerged in now, which is 2015 to now, is just making fun of literally everything we can because we all realize humanity's stupid, so we're like, whoa! And like, there's no jokes anymore because no one believes in anything. So all we do is make fun of everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. And
so if you express genuine, sincere feelings, you have to be made fun of immediately.
Yeah.
That's what life is now.
Speaking of that, I have a thing I want to say on the podcast because I think it's fucking hilarious.
Okay, I'm ready.
So tomorrow I have the first meeting with this therapist lady that I'm going to. This is weirdly personal.
Yeah.
This therapist that I'm going to, and I wanted to explain to the viewers the reason why I thought to get a therapist, which is Joe, like a fucking sad girlfriend, kept telling me, "You don't share enough with me."
Well,
so no, I don't, because I have a problem with sharing.
Well, with empathy in general.
With empathy and sharing.
You've talked about this, obviously.
Yes. So, I fucking am paying another human being
to teach you empathy.
To teach me empathy for your dumbass. And when I told you that, you were like, oh. And then moved on.
It's probably in the morning when I don't care about it.
And I was furious.
Oh, wow. Look, because also part of it though is that you're like, I'm gonna pay a person to teach me empathy instead of opening up to your best friend that he could teach it to you for free. I'm just kidding, gang. I'm just teasing, old guy.
Do you want to fucking shout anybody out? You got anyone to shout out?
I'm gonna shout out George Takei.
George Takei? Why George Takei? Anything specific? What made you think of George Takei?
Just like...
I saw George Takei on like a red carpet, I think recently.
No, you didn't.
Maybe it was Oscars, I don't know.
Why did I change your mind? Why did me saying no you didn't?
No, like he was on a red carpet at the Oscars. I just ignored you. I kept going.
Well, working.
But I saw him, and he looks the same as he did since
In Star
fucking
Trek.
forever.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's going on?
George Takei is like that, man.
Yeah, George Takei is just
Also,
immortal.
I heard a story about how he was interned in Japanese internment camps.
What?
So he's been here a long ass time. His accent will never fade.
No.
Do you think he does it on purpose though?
Yeah,
As a purpose
100%.
aesthetic? You really?
He kept it, yeah.
On purpose?
Yeah. Because accents fade into other accents.
Dude, when I was in Italy,
Yeah.
there was this woman with a British Italian accent.
Oh, that
she
must be
spoke
weird.
English with the British accent, like the way, like,
Yeah.
without pronouncing R's and shit like that,
Yeah.
but also rolling
Spoken
because like
Italian.
the thing is, Italians roll their R's every R,
Yeah.
and then British people don't pronounce the R's at the end of the word, so
Yeah.
it'd just be like this weird. At the end of every fucking word that ended in an R. Like that.
Like that? Ugh. It must be weirder for...
Also, those weren't R's. Bottle has no R's in it. It would have been water, bottle.
Water.
Whatever, don't worry about it.
Anyway, it must be weirder for like people who have to learn another language. I think it'd be weirder for accents to fade then than for like an Australian coming to America, because you're not fucking learning anything. You're just assimilating slowly
Yeah.
into fucking obesity.
Yeah. So something that's a fun fact about languages is that
What?
50% of the world's population is bilingual. Do you know what percentage of non-immigrant Americans are bilingual?
What is
2%. Because we don't
Really?
give a fuck. Literally none
Dude,
of us.
I never want to... I'm taking Spanish. This is my last year of taking Spanish. I have a fucking 70 in the class right now. I think it's not my lowest grade.
I'm
but
I'm acing Italian, I'm not gonna lie to you, because that's the
Yeah.
only class I care about.
I hate learning another language more than anything in the world.
I don't.
It's not that
I don't like Spanish. Dude, listen
It's
to me.
not Spanish.
It is
It's,
Spanish.
it's hard to learn for me. I'm a math boy. You hate math. I love math.
I
you
despise
like
math.
language. I hate language.
More like despicable math.
Because math just makes sense. There's so many dumb
So does a
exceptions
language.
to the rules for
Dude.
No, it doesn't make. There's so much bullshit. I can't even speak English correctly.
Well.
I'm not gonna speak Spanish correctly, but math, it's fine. I'm fluent in math.
Fluent in math.
Yeah.
Fluent in math.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot. So you probably get this basic idea. I just took a trigonometry test
Yeah.
in my class. I just forgot the basic concepts of like the whole thing, like sine, cosine, and like tangent.
Really?
I just misplaced the concept into something that it's not.
Yeah.
And I just realized
And
that
you
after I took
flunked
the
the
test.
test?
I mean, I must have. There's no way I did well. And I remember I was studying for the next test that we're doing, because there's two tests
Yeah.
right after another.
Whatever.
And I was studying and I was like, wait, I did that completely wrong.
That's always the worst.
Uh-huh.
When you're like, when you walk out of a math quiz, because I'm not gonna say like I'm so good at math. I have like an 81.
Yeah.
But I enjoy doing it. Like sometimes I'm like, I'll just fucking
I shouldn't
do
be
a
in
math
the year
worksheet.
ahead math.
No, you shouldn't.
I hate it, and I'm just not smart.
But like sometimes I'll walk out of math and I'll be like, hey, person who sits behind me, what'd you get for like B? Because I'm not sure I got it right. And they were like, I got negative 82. And I was like, I got F. What happened?
Wait, how did we get here?
What happened?
Okay.
And then that's one of like 8 problems in a tiny box.
I'm pretty sure to talk about this is illegal, and it might be silenced by the government.
What?
But
Where's
you know
this?
the SAT? Kids
Oh,
in the hallway
oh,
were
no.
talking about the test answers, right? And apparently, like, the last... Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. There's, like, one of the questions, I'm not gonna be specific because I
Yeah.
guess I'm not allowed to be, right? And people were like, dude, what was that? What was the answer to that? I didn't get anything.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, I skipped it. And literally, and I was thinking in my head, and I was like, I skipped that fucking question too.
Oh my God.
And it, literally no one answered that question in the entire hallway.
That's hilarious. I was... Okay, so... You remember the NJ Ask? For anyone who doesn't know, even though I doubt anyone outside of New Jersey listens to this.
I think it's like the PSA if you live in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
It's like the just general
It's
standardized test.
It's the district's standardized test that, like, first to, I don't know, the 7th graders have to take, I guess. I think they changed it to the park test recently, but I know what takes that. In 6th grade, I accidentally skipped over a reading passage and did the next one without knowing. And I was like, and I didn't realize... I read the whole section. I didn't realize until I finished reading. And I was like, oh shit. So I went back and I like skimmed the fucking first section and answered the questions. I was like, oh god, I'm dead. And then the time was up. And they were like, stop immediately. And then they were like, okay, go on to the next one. And if we see you fucking go to a different one, we're gonna murder you.
Yeah.
And so I didn't go to the back one. I didn't fucking try. But I answered the questions in 2 seconds because I read the whole thing. And then I went to the bathroom. This is where the story gets tense. I went to the bathroom after this section, and I talked to Neil. I don't know his last name, but he's a cool dude.
I know Neil.
Yeah, you know Neil. Shout out to Neil. Neil, you know who you are.
Neil, formerly known as the Young Neil.
I was talking to Neil. I was like, Neil, I totally fucking... Wait! Oh shit, I got this confused. I didn't go to the bathroom after... I went to the bathroom after the first one, and I told people about the upcoming one.
Oh!
So it's way worse than I thought it was. But I told people...
That might get you arrested. The government's after you now.
Oh yeah, for 6th grade NJS.
The NJ State Police are like, that fucking kid! We're gonna get him!
But I fucking blame it on my test proctor. I fucking totally ratted about this story about a king. And
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember
one.
Yeah, and people were like, "Oh, cool, thanks." And then I fucking like, I had cold sweats the whole next fucking
Did we ever
week.
Did we ever get the results of those tests back? Because I literally never remember.
I know we did. I know my mom did, because every other year I had to go into special help because
of the NJS.
Because of the NJS, because it started with my mom being like, you gotta fucking study for this, you gotta be really good. You gotta be smart in like 1st grade. And I was like, okay. So I did good on the NJS, and then she was like, wow, you're a smart kid, I'm proud of you. I'm like, wow, that was fucking great. And then 2nd grade rolled around, and I was like, no problem. And Mom was like, no problem. So I fucking flunked the NJTBB. The NJ asked because I wasn't really caring, and I had to go into special help. Oh shit, we went way over. Alright, let me finish this story.
We went 6 minutes over, it's not that bad.
Whatever.
It's not like anyone listens to this.
No.
Just George. Just George.
But I'll finish the story. So that flip-flop back and forth between me doing really well and me doing poorly, because my mom was like, panic when I was doing bad. And eventually we just stopped signing up for the extra help because we realized I just wasn't trying. And I was like, I'm gonna keep not trying. And that's where I'm at.
Yeah, dude. Okay, see you later. After the sobering talk of young children stressing out over tests that don't matter, let's move on. It's not even like colleges look at your NJS.
No.
What is the purpose of that?
I think it's to train you for the SAT. Like,
that's kind
imagine
of dark. That's kind of dark. We're gonna keep going.
Yeah. Imagine going into the SAT for the first time taking a standardized test, and this matters now. And you're like, oh my fucking god. Oh my fuck. I'm Walter Jr. Breaking
That's not what he sounds like.
That's what he sounds like. Anyway.
No, but like, the thing is, I wish someone told me that didn't matter though. I wish someone was like, the NJS doesn't matter, kid, we're just preparing you for SAT.
Well, that's what my mom told me, and then I kept fucking doing bad.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just saying, like, it don't matter to nobody, right? You just go, I wish when I asked my mom, what about the NJS? When I was like 6 or whatever. Fucking started at 6, that's weird.
Well, they wanted to make you...
Why don't I just start giving it to, like, middle schoolers?
Well, because, I don't know. That's a good point.
Also, I think it's all statistics. They want to know the average intelligence. That's also weird.
That's also weird.
They just want to know everything about us. I don't like any of this. I don't like any of the feeling of this whole talk. The NJS, and then the PSA was weird. Okay, so the PSA was the Pennsylvania version of the NJS, basically. It's the Pennsylvania State Assessment.
I forgot you just haven't been here forever.
Yeah, and then
like me.
We've talked about Philadelphia on the podcast.
Yeah, I know, but I keep forgetting. Anyway, go on.
But the PSA was identical to the NJS.
Yeah.
So I remember when I moved
Public
here.
service announcement? Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember I moved here and I was like...
The ASAP?
Yeah. When I was like, when did we take the PSA?
The LOL?
Yeah. I was like, when did we take the PSA? And they were like, never. I was
what?
Like, And they were like, you take the NJS, bitch. I'm like, no, I got ganked.
It's the same test.
Yeah, but then I realized they're exactly the same. And I remember sitting there thinking for 20 minutes, like, why don't we all just work together and all the states use one test? And then the park came, and that was horrible.
Yeah, that's why. Dude, stop with... Oh, God, Park, stop it. You're like a desperate girlfriend that no one... Desperate ex-girlfriend that no one wants
when people
back.
talk about the park, I'm like, we just reject this because it's new. And we reject
you ever
newness.
taken the park?
Yeah, I have, and it's garbage.
Stupid.
And it's garbage. But the thing is, you know why it's garbage?
Stupid.
Because everyone went in with a negative attitude.
No.
And then everyone went in with a negative attitude, and then all the problems. Everyone was like, "That's just because the park sucks, dick."
I guess that's.
Instead of being like, "That one question was weird."
I remember a question from the park was it was an essay question. We're just gonna keep going.
This is gonna be
a 2-hour. Yeah, this is gonna be special because I'm gonna upload the fucking podcast I never uploaded before this, and then this one, which is gonna be like 5 hours.
Well,
whatever.
No one watches these.
No one watches these.
We can just split this up into 2 parts.
No, I don't wanna.
We could start.
No, I don't wanna.
We could stop here, and then start right here.
Next time on the John Adams podcast, I'll talk about the fucking essay that I was about to talk about because Joe's a stubborn baby boy. A stubborn baby chicken boy.
And then we can save this episode for next week.
And then, what?
We can save this episode for next week. Or another week. And then,
Oh, so it's going to be a real cliffhanger. It's not like we're uploading 2 at once.
Uh-huh.
Oh, damn.
This is called marketing, Alex.
This is called...